we Gucci. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Just Echoes with absent Emmanuel and Izzy. On today's episode, this is the part 2 of the relationship chit chat. I have two guests with me, Chamzy and
Hi.
Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, girlies. Thank you for joining me today. So we're basically going to be talking about, or we're going to be comparing starting a relationship in Nigeria and starting one in the UK. This is for people migrating. So do you feel it is better to start a relationship in Nigeria before you migrate, or is you're better off just leaving whatever you have in Nigeria and then starting a relationship in the UK? So obviously this applies to people that are mature. I mean, these are not people that, or we're not talking about people who are coming in at a young age. I mean, if you're coming for like undergrad, you're not really thinking about starting a relationship. This is more for people coming in maybe for their masters, they want to start a new life in their late 20s, they're ready to settle down and, you know, get married and all that higgy
So we
haga.
are focusing more on the marriage aspect, relationship to marriage aspects.
Yeah,
or
let's
just
do
relationship in general?
relationship to marriage, because if it's just relationship, that one is definitely easy to find anywhere. Like,
It's not so easy.
as in, really,
It's
like
not so
just
easy.
friends
It's
with
not-
benefits, or
It's not easy.
I mean, that's the easiest thing to find in
that's
this
like
country.
the easiest
Friends
thing
with
to
benefits in
find
this
Yeah,
country.
casual relationships.
anywhere.
Anywhere.
Like,
I mean, that's what they love.
as in, just go to the club and start something. Pretty much, I guess that's what I think, Sha. But yeah, we'll just focus more on serious relationships. We're trying to just compare. So basically, my own experience might be different from yours. So I moved to the UK when I was 17. So at that age, I was just coming in for school. I wasn't thinking of relationships until later during my masters. I mean, to be honest, I don't have a specific time in life where I was thinking, oh my God, I need to be in a relationship. You know, it wasn't anything that really bothered me so much. I somehow was eased into the relationship I am in now, and I'm getting married soon. So, well, I have my experiences, obviously. Maybe if you tell us a bit. So, Chamzy, like, did you date in Nigeria
Yeah.
before you moved? What was
I
it like?
did. We dated in Nigeria for like 9 good years.
Oh, wow.
Like one relationship or like
yes,
multiple?
one relationship. So it was
Oh.
just those bars, like on, off.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 9 years. Was like, I'm not doing again, I'm doing again, all those kind of things. So Nigeria has a way of stretching and stressing your relationship.
Wow.
Not just Nigeria, even the family members involved, even
Yeah.
friends involved have a way of. But in UK, it's
Like
just
chipping
you.
in.
In
You
UK,
and your
just you and your
partner.
partner. Yeah. But in Nigeria, it's everybody. If you're
Ah.
dating me, you're dating my family, you're
The
dating my
entire-
friends. So if
Yeah.
I want to go out, Noye, come out or something like that, let's go and hang out. I want to carry my sister, I want to carry my cousin, I want to carry my friend. Oh, let's go outside. I will not be alone. We can. But in UK, when you consider, I'm going this place with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
The bills here.
The bills.
You
Yeah.
just want to
Yeah.
go alone. And most times in your house, you're actually alone. So in UK, it's more secluded. It's more
Yeah.
you and your
Kind of
partner.
focused
You're
on
able
the
to
actual
Yeah.
build your
relationship.
relationship
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, why in Nigeria it's more of it's wide.
It's a community
wide.
thing.
It's a community
thing.
relationship.
Yes. If you're breaking
Oh
up,
my
you're breaking
God.
up with
It's
everybody.
a family and friends
Yes.
affair.
That
You
is
have to break up with
funny.
family if you and friends.
That's
so
interesting.
It's really stressful.
Do you feel like that adds more pressure to like people in relationships? So, I mean, I'm just imagining you're dating this guy, and as you're dating this guy, you're also dating his family, his friends. That means you know all of
Yeah.
them. Do you feel like you'd be pressured to actually end up with this guy and marry him?
Because there's this kind of unspoken pressure that comes with it. It's
Yeah.
not like anybody's like telling you you must marry, you must marry, you must marry. It's just this kind of unconscious effort you put in
Yeah.
when you are with family, when you are with his family, when you are with his friend, when he's with your family, when he's
There's
with your
just
friends.
so much theatrics going
Yes.
Yeah.
on. Performance
And if-
to be accepted.
Wow.
Most times you guys share, if you date for that long, you guys are now sharing friends.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Yeah.
fear of if we break
If
up.
you break up,
Yeah,
then
they now have to
yes.
it's like your whole life is almost like broken as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you are the quiet type in a relationship, you should know
Yeah.
that your friends are going to the fun one.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Child.
it's
Child.
very it's very
That's so
heartbreaking. So it's just something you experience, but with family, If you are the kind that stays on her own or stays on his own, and you just normally call the family, you check up on them, but
Yeah.
you are not forcing yourself
not,
into
like,
their life.
putting- yeah.
Yeah, you're not. You just, once the breakup happens, the family moves on and all. But
And you're
there's
on your
this,
own.
there's this unconscious effort you make because you actually want it to lead to somewhere. But if it doesn't lead to anywhere, it's good.
what to do?
What to do? You
Yeah,
can't
no.
come and kill yourself.
Can't come and kill
That's the
yourself.
thing.
So, obviously, you're married now. So, what was that like for you? So, obviously, you dated in Nigeria and then eventually moved to the UK. Did you get married before or after? Did you date in the UK as well? Like, what is the story there?
I got married before I moved to the UK.
Okay.
More like he came to the UK, I think about 3 years ago or 4 years ago to do his master's. And then it was more of, if he stayed for 1 year, we were in a relationship for like 3 months. We broke up for like...
Oh, wow.
Oh, so it's the same person you married.
Yeah, it's the same person. So it's more like distance affected our
Distance
relationship.
definitely always has
So
an impact.
in as much as it's more subtle in the UK, it's more relaxing to have date nights, to plan ahead. You have to book your restaurants. You
Yeah.
have to call ahead. You have to be on time. In Nigeria, it was more of the phone. I can just wake up today and say, I want to go to club. Oh, how far?
There's more like spontaneity.
Yeah.
and all of
You
that.
can even just plan. You can plan a party in the afternoon, and 100
And it
people will
happens
show.
at night.
Yeah, 100 people will show up at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So you just be like, I'm bored. Oh, what should we do this night? Let's cook and
There's
invite
just-
people. You don't even need to say. You just chat. Guy, what's up? Where you dey?
That's
If you
sweet
come
though.
house. 5 minutes, the person is already
Everybody
there.
just turns
Everybody's
up.
already there. So that's the thing. In Nigeria, it was more fun.
Yeah.
Even though the stress was there, but it was fun. Like for dates, you don't need to break a bank.
Big bang.
Yeah, to have a
It's
date
easier
night.
to
It's
just
easier
have fun.
to have fun in Nigeria and all.
Yeah.
Why in UK it goes more of the planning, the intention. You have to put in effort
Oh,
and
yeah.
all too. So it's more, will I say,
Intentional?
intentional and
Like
lovely.
intention, yeah.
Why in Nigeria is all about the vibes, vibes and chills, fun.
Vibes and
Yes.
inshallah.
So it's just, let's go and have fun,
Yeah.
let's go and party, let's go and eat. If you don't even like the restaurant, we can go to another one. Can do this, we can do
There's
that.
options. There are people.
In UK, if you
everything's
just
there.
book that restaurant, if you don't like it from there, back home.
You can't
this
just
food
walk
is
into
not-
the
yes,
back
this food is not good. Okay, let's start going home. You cannot say, guy, where you dey? Oh, you buy
Yeah.
this restaurant.
What's happening
let's
today
what's
now?
happening there. This place we are is not fun. No, should I come there? No.
It's actually so much harder.
In UK,
here.
they have to invite you to places for you to go to. In Nigeria,
Yeah.
you just invite
You
yourself.
just show up.
So it's more of, I prefer dating in Nigeria than in the UK.
No, about you, Sarah? Like, can you relate? Do you feel the same way?
I mean, I'm very single. So
But you
Why you
have,
very-
but you definitely
why-
have experiences. Not like you haven't dated before, right?
I was in a relationship before coming to the UK. We're dating in Nigeria, and then he woke up and said, "Oh, I'm coming to UK for school." I am a proper Hausa girl. I've never thought of coming to the UK, and then this happened in August, and by August I started processing my visa. Oh, I'm following you.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I found myself in. Forgive me, mommy. I found myself in
You just
the UK.
sprung up and you were like, yeah, bye.
Yeah, and then I mean, coming here, it was quite different because I mean, we're dating in Abuja. Our houses were 10 minutes apart. We're able to see. We're able to, there's always that availability. But then coming to the UK, he was in London. I was in Hatfield.
You couldn't get like the same school. Or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, we couldn't get the same school, and it was just different. You started seeing layers and aspects that were not just there, and then obviously coming in, you have to hustle to complete school fees. You have to
Yeah.
do this, you have to do that. It was really difficult. I mean, along the line, it couldn't hold anymore, so everybody went their separate ways. And then my sisters.
Tell me. You know when this is
I started getting involved with UK boys. Worst mistake of my life.
that is
These
a
boys-
different.
In it.
boys.
No, nah.
My sister was tired of it. Hey, can we link up? Can we link up? Every time, what are we linking
It's
up
all
for?
link up, link up,
You
link
plan
up.
a date.
What are we
Invite me to
linking
this
up?
place.
It was so difficult. It was so different.
Yeah.
And then I just decided, you know what? I'm done. All this UK meeting up. So I would say dating in Nigeria is way easier because, I mean, you share the same experiences, you share the same culture, you're able to focus on each other. I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert, so I don't relate a lot with what Chamsi was saying.
Yeah, like going out.
I am not an extrovert, trust me, but my partner is.
Yeah.
So that's why I had an experience. I had something to say about that.
Yeah, because I'm always indoors. My relationships are, I'm a homeboard, so
Yeah.
it was really nice for me in Nigeria, especially like being in Abuja. But this UK, I mean, right now I'm talking to someone, and I really think it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Nigerian or Nigerian?
it has to be
It has to be
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
See, you are not doing it
As
again.
much as this Nigerian boys, they stress the
This-
living
yeah.
daylight out of us, but I think, yeah,
Eventually,
Do
stick
they
with them.
understand it?
they
is there,
understand us.
yeah.
We understand each
So
other.
if they give you both, you give them
You give
back.
them back.
So it's
Yeah.
just UK boys. You just feel like UK boys are not worth the stress.
I don't think they're
Do you
even
understand?
serious. They're not.
They're not
They're
serious.
Not serious.
That's
So
the
because
thing.
I think they're so westernized, they don't really value the commitment of marriage and all of that. So it's just, let's
I'm sure
hang
there will
out.
be a few that do.
Well,
There are very
maybe.
few that do for sure, but like from my own experience, like going to university here and seeing what it's like most of them are just about the girl them,
Yeah, gal.
you know.
Why is it gal?
The girl with the white.
Just about the girl them, just want to link up, do all this and that, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it is culture or if just their environment. They don't think or dwell so much on actually
Being
working on a
committed,
relationship
yeah.
and building something. So it's just more about hitting someone up, linking up, doing this, doing that, Netflix and chill. Da, da, da. So it's like people coming from completely different mindsets. You have people that are migrating. Okay, I want to start a relationship. I meet someone. They want to start a relationship, but the definition of relationship is not the same definition of a relationship that you're thinking. So I see why it will probably be harder. So you're both on the same page. It's easier to date in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And then from your own experience now, you dated in Nigeria and you moved to the UK with the person you were dating, and then it didn't really work out.
It never did.
So,
So immediately you just entered, like you just landed, relationship over.
No.
So how is that
It
better
wasn't,
than
it
so-
wasn't that quick. We tried.
But how you said you never knew? We tried well.
We tried our best.
Ah, God.
You tried.
Ah, God.
We tried.
Ah, this
Okay,
one
so
just
I don't
touching
know.
somewhere else. It's like touching somewhere else.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just trying to think because if it's easier, yeah, like what made it not
What
work?
made it
Because
not
if it's
work?
easier to date in Nigeria before you migrate,
have-
then you should have made it work in
Yeah,
the UK.
in
Because
UK.
if it's harder here, then breaking up is like the worst decision.
Because you won't get and dating
'cause-
here is hard.
Yeah.
Well, for starters, I don't think as a beautiful woman dating is hard anywhere. You would always find
I'm gonna
Nice,
snap.
that's
I'm
it.
gonna snap to
That
that.
is it. That is it.
I'm gonna snap.
you would always find prospects wherever you go.
Definitely.
But I mean, it didn't work because I think we started seeing layers of each other that we were not aware of. The comfortable lifestyle we had back
Yeah.
in Nigeria was hiding a lot. Everyone was breaking under pressure, and then, to be a black girl with no passports or paper in this country. Yeah, so I mean, conversations of, I would want to, how we going to do after school. Everyone was trying to focus on, what happens. So it just, it wasn't just working.
Right. So it was if I understand correctly, are you saying that the
Pressure.
conversations of what to do next, like after school, like going back to Nigeria or trying to stay
Yeah,
in
the
UK,
pressure was, it was getting
was too much, like,
it
support.
will actually bring out talks about, I have school fees to pay. You are not supporting me emotionally, financially. You are stressing my life. All those kind of things. You cannot be calling me by 12 midnight when I'm just coming back from work.
And then you'll be fighting.
Yeah, the expectations
And
are
then
There's
just.
there's so much expectations.
Yeah.
I think the
So-
problem is we didn't set the right expectations because coming here, I just followed. I made an impromptu decision.
yeah.
So if I was able to, if we were to go back in time, he probably would have come here first, settled, then I follow.
Yeah.
But then again, I believe everything happens for a reason because if I was stuck in Nigeria, I wouldn't be here experiencing this new love I'm experiencing.
There's one question I want to ask
Whoa.
now. There's a question I want to ask.
Yeah.
So we talk about expectations. Is it like, how will I put it now? Expectations in relationship, are they realistic? Is it something like you have to write down to follow? Or I don't know, because sometimes you set expectations break relationship, a lot of relationship.
Yeah.
You set expectations in your mind and you expect someone else that is not
deliver.
you to deliver it. So it's expectations really something that necessary in a relationship for your partner to fulfill for you, or your expectations you do it yourself, and maybe, or I don't know how to put it, but I just feel like it breaks a lot of relationship. It mars a lot of relationship. I think
it breaks it more if it is not discussed.
The expectations are not realistic and not communicated.
Not realistic. Yeah.
Sometimes even when it's communicated, it's just ridiculous.
I think the goal is to be on the same page.
Yeah, if
to
you're not on the
find
same page, exactly.
someone that you have that compatibility with, that your expectations out of life kinds of align.
I can expect something from a man, and he's trying to tell me, oh, I cannot meet up to that expectation. Doesn't mean that, oh, we have to break up because this man cannot meet up to
not at all.
But I am unhappy that he's not meeting up to my expectations.
So,
do you understand what I mean? I'm in a relationship now.
Yeah.
I tell you my expectations. You cannot meet up to it. I'm very unhappy in the relationship because you cannot meet up to your expectations. So
doesn't that now boil down to
your negotiables and non-negotiables?
I don't want to negotiate. So wait. I like to, some men will tell you, I like to have my breakfast by 9 in the morning. If I don't, this spoils the rest of my day or whatever. The wife is telling you, or the partner is telling you, oh, I cannot make this breakfast by 9 in the morning. I can make it by 10
What do
in
you
the morning.
mean? When your sisters are waking up at 4?
But the issue now is the man cannot have that breakfast by 10 in the morning. He has to have it by 9 in the morning.
Well, that one is different now.
It's his expectation of me to give him breakfast by that 9 in the morning.
That one now sounds like, okay, so what do you actually value? Like, what's the value in that
9 o'clock breakfast?
9 o'clock breakfast.
He will tell you maybe, oh, if I don't have breakfast by 9, my ulcer kicks in around that 9, or I'm going to work around that 9:30. So I have that. I have to have that this thing by 9. So
then maybe you now have to compromise. Okay, maybe I'll do the prep.
One of you has to compromise,
and then in the morning you just bring it out and warm it or something.
Like fresh milk.
There's always going to be expectations, compromise. Something.
If you really like this person, there will be compromise. But that is you communicating, and that expectation has to be there. If there are no expectations, you are not talking about it. It will now become a big problem.
The issue now is, why didn't you guys compromise? Since you guys made it work in Nigeria.
Do you feel like if you were in the same city and the same living together, do you think it would have worked?
There are other granular. I really don't think I want to go, into all of that details. But the compromise maybe was not compromise.
It just wasn't the right match, maybe.
Yeah.
And this move opened up the box that wasn't open before.
The move opened up everything, and
sometimes comfort is not good.
Nah.
Sometimes comfort in relationships is not like good per se. As in,
everybody wants comfort.
Everybody.
I mean, like initially, because in the beginning stages of dating, you're learning about a person, right? And you're trying to learn as much as you can. So if you're both stuck in your comfort zone and you don't really experience that, like what happens when things are uncomfortable, when difficulty comes in, do you really know that person, like inside out?
Yeah, we have this kind of expectations. My man is taking me out. He's paying for my dinner. He's paying for my lunch. He's paying for my car.
Clothes, dress,
Some Nigerian men will send you like the clothes, send driver to pick you up or book Uber for you to come.
Yeah.
In UK, nothing like that. I don't think so. I don't know. It's just more of, I think the independent girly kind of thing has taken over in a way.
Also affects it too.
Yeah, also affects it. Because I'm working. Me and you, we are dating. We are working the same job. We are earning the same. This thing.
Yeah.
So why do you expect
Why do I have expectations of
Why do you expect me to book a cab for you? You can book your cab. You have your money. And the girl will be like, oh, why do you expect me? Why I can book my cab? I can book. So I think the mentality is an issue too.
And then the girls will go, if I have to book my cab, come and split the bill with you, then why are we on a date?
Are we on a date?
Why
Fair
are we on
enough.
a date? I can just sit at home. After all, you've been threatening me that I'll get old in my car. I can sit down and watch my TV.
That person is just bitter. What is that? We get old. So that's the
Oh my
thing.
gosh.
It's the mentality. That's the first thing. The issue with the UK is the mentality. The weather.
So
The bills.
people are not
yeah, and
people
the
are not
working
thinking of
hours.
relationship. They're
No.
just trying to hustle it out.
People are just trying to live.
They're
I'm just
trying to
trying to.
survive.
I'm just trying to
The
have money to
affordability
feed
is
tomorrow. I'm
crazy.
trying to have money that maybe if a bill comes up, council tax, this one, someone calls me up and be like, you have so bill to pay. Oh, your light bill is this one.
Yeah.
I have money to pay it. Is it worth it? My light bill is £500. Should I actually take that money and go for a date? When tomorrow the
Instead
girl,
of-
me and the girl may
instead
not
of-
even be talking again. You understand?
Yeah.
So in Nigeria, it's actually easier.
It's easier because
The
you're not
bi-
thinking
yeah.
of
The bills we have to pay is easier. There's an ease to living and dating in Nigeria.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
in
if-
Nigeria, even if you're jobless, you will still survive. You will still have family that will feed
Yeah.
you.
Yes,
But here,
actually.
you have to provide for yourself. Nobody's going to feed you anything,
Spoon feed you
spoon
or
feed you.
anything,
You
yeah.
have to do everything by yourself, which puts a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And then as a Nigerian girl coming from Nigeria, you already have that mentality
Yeah.
of being spoiled. And then you're here, nobody's trying to spoil you.
no one is really
The
trying
boys
to
are
spoil
expecting
you.
flowers as well.
Oh, flowers and chocolates. Please send me flowers and chocolates
Actually,
too.
yes.
It's difficult.
Bruh. Okay, I feel that. I mean, I'm trying to see if I can relate in any way as well. I'm just thinking like back to secondary school because even, I mean, obviously not secondary school. I said secondary school, university. There were a lot of people that came in for masters as well, and I mean, they would probably come and tell you, "Oh, I like you. You're a fine girl. I want to start this and that." And what I noticed in uni at the time was that there were a lot of men that would come from Nigeria, that they probably have girlfriends or wives back in
Yeah.
Nigeria, and then they come over and they're also looking for relationships. They're looking for one night stands or friends with benefits, and that kind of puts a very weird image in my head. Like, are all the jackpot men? Sorry to use that word, but all the men that are coming from Nigeria, are they like? It kind of felt like they were all
Committed back home.
committed back home, and when they come, they kind of want to start something new as well, and it just was kind of weird. Do you think that, from your experience, do you think that still happens? Are there guys actually have commitments at home and then they move to the UK, and they're also playing ladies that are looking for serious relationships?
But that doesn't have anything to do with distance. Promiscuity in men. Doesn't have anything to do with
Doesn't have anything
UK.
to do
No,
with UK or
no,
it
no,
doesn't
no.
have
But you
anything.
can be in the same Abuja. The man will
And
have
the
a
one
wife
will
at
do what
home,
he's
and
doing.
he will do what he's doing.
But I kid you not,
So
it's
it's just-
very prominent here. In my school, when we came in, everybody was single.
Yeah.
The day of our graduation, I was seeing wives and
Wives.
children from, I
Ah.
don't know.
Oh.
Everybody had a wife. It felt like the single men were not up to 4 or 5. But everybody was behaving single in the beginning. Everybody was moving to classmates, establishing relationships, only for you to discover that they all have wives
have
and partners
wives.
at home. So that lack of honesty, the dishonesty that comes with Nigerian men relocating, migrating is a lot.
I mean, it definitely affects ladies as well. I
Yeah.
mean, you might come to the UK thinking, "Oh, I can start something new."
Something.
And as like most people that come are coming at a master's level, so for a fact you're going to come and meet other men
people
and
on the
women
same-
that are Nigerians that are single, and you think, okay, there's a very high chance I can meet someone, I can start a relationship, and then you start something, and then you realize that this guy is already married or he already has a commitment, he has already married someone back home that he's bringing maybe next year or in 2 years. So I feel like that's makes it harder here as well.
It always feels like they use the women here to just settle their base, clear the road till they're ready to bring their wives and partners from Nigeria, which is really painful for the single Nigerian women or the Nigerian girls that are here. You just close your heart off because, I mean, if it has happened to 1, 2, 3 people you know,
Yeah.
if someone is moving to you, you have to proceed with caution.
Very, very high
I
caution. Do you think immigration is another barrier that is affecting starting relationships in the UK?
If we cycle back, I said, try being a black girl with no papers in this
yeah,
country.
you did say that.
My sister, it is hard. everybody's looking for someone with papers. Well, not all, most of the men migrating to this country are trying to settle. And then, in fact, there was a statement that a student and a student dating is negative. Yeah, like
Oh, wow.
negative
Are you
cancel
serious?
negative.
Like,
Yeah.
oh.
Someone told me that to my face, that, as a student with no papers, dating another student with no papers, that's a negative. So
Wow.
imagine that code on your head
Like
as being,
floating around.
yeah, you're already a negative. That is a very difficult place to be in. So personally, I think immigration plays a very, 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 very huge role in relationship issues here. You may be the most beautiful person, but because you don't have your papers, nobody wants to be with you. Everybody wants easy, soft landing.
That sounds so like ridiculous to me because it's like in my head it's like everyone just wants to find the fastest way
Exactly.
to settle, fastest way out.
Because in this country, once you're in, I believe if you know what you're doing, you would always find that papers. So
Yeah.
why do you want to go and put yourself in relationships where there is no love, there is no commitment, just
And
because
just
you
tie
want to
yourself
settle?
into something.
I feel like that's the highest or the lowest level a person can go.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if that's what you're doing,
I agree with you, my sister.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, the people anytime I hear someone talk about going into relationships for papers, like it irks me so much. Like even when Emmanuel talks about it, I'm like, please don't bring that conversation into my
you would be
environment.
surprised that people go as far as having children. I mean, if you're getting married, that is understandable. Okay, maybe. But, targeting people with papers and getting pregnant or having children for these people just because
Just so
you
you
want to
can-
settle, it's evil. You're bringing kids into this situation. It's,
Yeah.
So immigration, you people that are married, you don't know what God has done for you. You don't know. The streets are rough.
Very wrong, Abi. Chomsy, of course, I know you've not experienced this one now.
No.
But what do you think about it? Like, do you have any friends or do you know anyone who has kind of gone through this kind of thing?
People are going through it. It's not even has gone through. People are still going through.
Are
It's just
still
that
going through.
you moving. It's not even to another country, to another state. Is not easy.
Yeah.
So you trying to settle, and someone is trying to disturb your peace of mind. Someone is not giving you what you need at that particular point in time. It's off. You will not want to be associated with someone who is not giving
Who's
you
not
what
giving
you
you
want.
what exactly
Oh,
you need.
you've set your goals. This is what I want to achieve. So yeah, after school, this is what I want. If you want to move back to Nigeria, if you want to stay back, this is what I want to do. And once you don't meet someone that is aligning with that good person, is taking you left, when you want to be going right. My dear, you'll just be going front. So that's the
Say
thing.
thank you, bye.
Thank you, bye, my dear. Next.
Well, so if we go through everything now, we have mentioned that it's difficult to date in the UK because of cultural differences. There's also, what else did we talk about again? The
Immigration
issues,
Pressure.
the pressure, the weather, environment, and people's mindsets. They're
Yeah.
focused more on hustling and trying to
People
find
are
their
fast.
way.
And like my
Fast
good
pace.
sister said,
The
Nigerian women need to
individuality,
reduce
yeah.
their expectations.
Expectations need to be reduced.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I mean, are we going to vote and say that it's still easier to date in Nigeria then before migrating?
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But it's not all bad in the UK.
It's
It's not
all
all
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not
there
all
are
bad.
good people relocating.
Yeah.
There are still good
Yeah.
people
But
relocating.
it's just best.
You
Okay,
just
so for someone that wants to now migrate this year, maybe later this year, what would you tell them? Like, what's your piece of advice for them in terms of relationships?
If you don't have a relationship, don't go and start looking for men on the streets of Abuja or Lagos.
because you want to
Yeah,
marry.
because you want to
to-
marry and come to the UK. It will not just work out for you.
Yeah.
I think everybody have their own pace. Everybody
Yeah.
have their own destiny. Everybody has what is written for them.
Mm-hmm.
So just if it's working out in Nigeria and you want to bring it to the UK, fine and good. You guys should talk about it. Talk and pray. Oh God,
Pray.
talk and pray about it before coming to the UK because
And
a
they
lot of
should plan well,
relationship
Abi.
break in the UK. Plan
Yeah.
very well and then if you don't have. Sometimes it can work out
Yeah.
in the UK. You never can tell.
There
You
are
can
people in the
meet
UK. You
someone
just
that
need to go to the right place and
Yeah.
meet the right
It
person.
will work out.
yeah, you
They
can
want
meet
someone like Emmanuel.
And then age, for me, I think it all depends on age as well. If you're coming here as a young person, let's say you're coming here at 20,
Chill.
21, 22, you don't really need to
Yeah,
run and get
just
into a
flex.
relationship. Come here, know yourself as a person, grow yourself, career opportunities, build yourself, the right person would come. Because
Definitely.
in fact, I've seen 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds going to marry and coming to this country. It's gonna break.
Are you serious?
It will break. Well,
Wow.
I hope it doesn't, but you do
Like,
not.
I mean, you've seen.
Yeah, you do not
20-year-olds,
have the mental
21.
capabilities to handle the pressures that is going to come to you. So
Yeah.
there's really no hurry.
What if you're not 21 and you're
Well, if you're not,
There is still no hurry.
There's
You don't want
never
to. You don't want
hurry.
to hurry and end up in the wrong
the
hands
last
on the wrong thing.
I would
Yeah.
emphasize is life doesn't stop at 30 as a woman. Don't put that pressure on yourself that you want to get married, you want to move with someone by 30. Do you? You will find love anywhere. You will find love in the UK. If you come here and you're settled, you can go and bring your man. It's easy. Just, take it one step
Or
at a
worst case
time.
scenario, you can settle yourself in UK and then go back to Nigeria.
Go back
and
home
find
and bring
someone.
it,
and bring them.
Definitely.
that happens. So don't just go and pick someone on the streets of Lagos and Abuja and
say,
say
"I must get
because
relationship
relationship is hard to get in
Relationship
Lagos."
before I go to UK.
And immerse yourself in a community. Find a church if you're here and you're single. Find a community. If you're a book reader, find a community. And then there are men outside, Nigerian men.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there are
there's
men
a whole,
outside Nigerian men.
there's
focusing on those Nigerian.
there's a whole community outside Nigerian men. Ghanaian men are really nice, I heard.
Ghanaian men are nice, so
You heard.
there's so many
I heard.
You heard. There is something about I heard. There is something about I heard.
My flatmate was dating a Kenyan, and he was amazing to
Yeah,
her.
they're lovely.
He was amazing to her. He would not give her money the way a Nigerian man
Yeah.
would, but you could.
In the UK, a
There's so
lot of
much
women
more
don't
to
expect
everything
the
than
man to
money
give
as
them
well,
money.
yeah.
So there's a whole lot of cycle. There's a whole lot of
There's a
people
massive
outside.
pool
There's
that
a
people are
market. There's a
running away
pool
from.
outside. Don't just, put yourself in a corner that have to be with a Nigerian. There are people out there. Even Pakistanis are plenty now.
there are so many inter.
Yeah, she's now going
What
to
do you
the
call
Asian route. She's not shifting.
some
I know someone
She's
that's dating.
My father
what?
told me,
Your dad?
yeah,
Told you
that
what?
at this point they don't mind even an Indian.
Everybody.
They don't
My
mind.
dear, you see the expectations now they are putting on you. It's very unconscious, so but
He
you're
called
you're
me.
under pressure.
He was like,
pressure.
Sarah, what's going on? I said, Daddy, you're beautiful, you're smart. At this point, call Indian Ikikao. Even if he's an Indian, bring him, we'll take him like that.
Oh God.
At this point.
So
But
yeah.
I mean, it's true. There's so many like interracial, inter this, inter that, like marriages that are beautiful. So it's a very interesting talk. So I hope you guys found it interesting. Let's know your thoughts. Like, is it easier for you in Nigeria or in the UK? Let's know what you think. Comment, like, share the video. Tell a friend, subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.